Good evening. Hello. Hi. I am Divine Guided Chosen Starseed 777. And I'm speaking to the collective. I have already pulled some cards and ancestry and angels in order to pull some things here. Starseeds also is a mystery. I call it the cards that I make my own cards. So some of the things that I use that is not mine, I use some things I wrote on cards. So so today is November the 9th, 2023. And so I had pulled some cards, and I had believe that was yesterday or today. I did the North Node. That's the Taurus and Scorpio, and I put it like a um another, what do they call it, a short little video, a short, and that was, I put Keisha Cole on it. I think that was 2005 for that album. And I put a North Node because about changing, about how you meet people and you meet them and they change. Either the masculine or the feminine change. One of the two. I'm only saying masculine and feminine because it seemed like I'm trying not. I wasn't trying to be in the masculine and feminine, but sometimes you be a masculine divine and a feminine divine. Being that we are royalty, regardless. Sometimes one is going to be the runner, the chaser, or it's the one is to pull another person in another, uh, in their predicament where they at, meaning that another masculine can bring a feminine back to where she's supposed to be, and so as a feminine can pull a masculine back to where the person needs to be, and is both. It's like a tug of war of each other in order to be able to come together. Most of it is separation, you know. And I talked about sharing in Lee those twin flame. It's a lot of people that have a twin flame. I believe that's the title is the issue. How people is want to be in a position, but if going through the trials and tribulations, even if with your own self, without asking of another person that's involved or separated or not, if you just imagine about the trials tribulation with your own self, and then to add to another, if you got children and family and such and such, just imagine. And sometimes a lot of this journey may not even for yours, it could be for somebody else. Like I say, you choose this day, because everybody don't have a divine masculine and a divine feminine. Sometimes it's just a partnership or a friendship. I believe that everybody wants to be in a position, and from my understanding, in behind the scenes, a long time ago, they didn't like that type of power of a masculine and feminine to be together, because in in the physical meaning in the world, they too much don't like that. That was like they there's too much power for a man and a woman to be together. Now that's just for my what my I've read. Now you can go find your information too. I'm just saying this is my representative what I thought. Could be wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I read some of the things that I had searched out. Now I have pulled some cards here. Okay, and let's do it this one here. In this one here it says motivated. Probably can't see this is a white card. Let's see. Motivated. Let's see. You see it? Okay. People discover and engage with it. Meaning motivated. Somebody's motivated another person or people, place, and thing. Discover and engage with it. Meaning engagement altogether. Somebody's engaging either what you're doing or what I'm doing. If I'm doing something, somebody watching you or other people watch your views but don't like your views, I'm not really caring about all that, because it's not even about the money. It's about doing my part. Other than that, I'm just starting. So hey, it's a lot of things I don't know, and if anything can help me, you also can contact me. Other than that, when another person is motivated, it's motivating either other people. That means that as the collective, their word to teach is be able to be as justice with the truth. With the sword of truth, and that's like have to do with liberation and being Libra, meaning the lady with the scales, able to teach and to teach. Sometimes the ancestry and your generations have put you in a position and to be teaching as a staff. That's who I am. I also give out the information too. So when I give it out, it's not all about me, it's about other people. You're able to do the same thing because if you choose this day, it's a will that you have faith and believe within yourself in order to do anything. So, so that's motivating, meaning you motivating other people, someone else motivating you behind the scenes, or someone else is watching, motivating what you do, and with views or not selecting your likes. Other than that, but it's just motivation. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teach, heal, to letting you know that you're not by yourself. You know, sometimes we go through a lot, and sometimes we, as a person, and then talking to another collective, to whom we be going through a lot, and sometimes we think that we the only one that going through that same, whatever you're going through. You know, tribulation and trials. We all go through that. Now, do I have another that says about concepts? It said concepts of the world. How we view the world in which, it's a choice. We live, whether with we feel emotional and safe, and unsafe, nurtured and neglected. So to me, it seemed like we have a choice, a view how we see the world, and sometimes we see that it can be to the point it's about you, how you live, and how you feel safe, where you at. It could be your home, house, neighborhood. It could be your job. Do you feel like you're safe, or do you not? Or do you nurture your home, your job, how you feel around, how you take care of your house and your bills, and how you take care of everything around your home? And then ask the question, are you neglected something in the world? So that's a question here. It says, no weapons formed, we can up on higher, can arise. Any form of the appointed. That's mean a person that is in war, don't agree, and how can I say that? See, the other day I was saying that it could be something like a person is an argument, and you don't get along with another person's opponent. It means a person like you playing a game, right? Another person is the other side, and they don't get along. And could it be you, the one that's causing problems, or is it the opposite? That means it's appointed. So it's like some kind of tug of war here. All right, I have angel number 1056, divinely guided, spiritual growth, new beginnings, and personal freedom. Yesterday, I was talking, the day before yesterday, and I think it had something to twin flame that I was, on that video. I think it was 2 hours. When I was on there about that, it had something to do with it was void. Void had to do with it's like the void, right? That means it's the pure, what started beginning. And what that is, it was somebody that was in the process in birthing. And that's how we came in of the beginning of the Bible and the beginning. And what that is, giving you a personal and a freedom to speech and do what you would like to do. Meaning it's a freedom. 10 has a justice in there, and 5 and 6. 5 has to do with the Hierophant. Also, it has to do with teaching challenges and changes and chaos and constantly moving. Also has a 6 there. 6 has to do with relationship, communication, and Mercury also is a Virgo, as a planet of Venus, which is Gemini. 5 and 6 again is 11. 11 has to do with justice. So that goes from 10. 10 has to do with new beginnings as well. Also means also abundance too. So 10 going into 11, right? So putting all together, it means something has to have some type of balance, stable, right? Going to the next one. I have a clairaudience, which is salt and pepper. Express yourself. I put that on my TikTok on that. How, a long time ago in the 90s, we used to dance and we always had a lot of speak. We had Roxanne, Shantae, we had MC Light, and we had Queen, which is as far as oh my gosh, Queen Latifah. And we had a lot of people that was a speaker, that was able to express themselves, how they felt about in the world. We had a lot of female rappers back then, still to this day. I have one here. It's by Psalm of Song, or Psalm of David, or Song of Solomon, which it is the sign of good luck. 107 is the angel. 107 is good luck and good fortune. Also means a soul mission. Also means 7 and 10 could be 17. 17 could be Aquarius, or some type of Aquarius warrior barrier, or in that, or somebody could be in month of January. January. Or it could be somebody month, date, time. And also it means a chair. It means something forward. And it means something about success in your own hands. It could be somebody that has a person that has healing, or have healing in their hands. Also, it has here, it is a power, it is 107 is commentary of the power of the Most High. I mean, it has to do with the Sefer and a lot of information. But it's just going to read what it says. It says, despite the transgressions of, it tells you about what happened a long time ago, Israelite in Egypt, right? And it tells you who the person is as a person, as a teacher, that forgive them, right? The psalm elaborates on this, as it's about this, them going through on to say that the person that it is, the teacher, that is turns into the desert of into the pools of the water, and there he lets hungry dwell. Means a person that has been going through, a person could be the Messiah, Jesus, or anyone, a person that was going through the desert, and at a point of time that it was drying out, meaning something that has been dry, like a drought, and meaning it's like a person don't have a lot of water, overflowing water, meaning that at a point of time they became dry. They're not very purifying. Either in the spiritual will be something as a person that is not getting so dry out. They're not having emotional. They don't know how to deal with their emotional in a way. Sometimes dry can be earth, and sometimes you can be earth. You can be so balanced that you don't have the feeling of emotion, and don't know how to deal with emotions. And sometimes people will run away from people that are emotional, and some other people don't know how to deal with emotional loving and understanding with unconditional love. Another person will run from it because they don't know what to do with it, right? They're not used to in their family or the relationship with the family. They don't know what to deal with that. Some people don't have that emotional. A lot of people in this world kind of cold. People feel like being cold is just protecting themselves. So sometimes people are just cold. They feel like they shield themselves because they don't want to get hurt. Okay, we'll go to another one. I have one that says strange for a change. Let's see if you see it. And that is you're a fake. People do things. People do things in strange for a change. And the mighty dollar. Oh, mighty dollar. That's some OJs right there. That's some clear audience right there. And I think people do things and strange for change. Baby, you know that? I'm reading one of the movies like that. On the back it says stranger. Act a different a part of a mutt, meaning something is a stranger. You know, a mutt is like a dog, but not the original of a breed. But it also said being not of themselves, meaning a dog or God. Backwards will be dog or God. You know, at a point in time that has to do with Egypt. Not abnormal for far to be a natural, meaning a person that is not natural, but way far to be a natural, meaning somebody is not natural. That means it's not norm. Stranger is a dog, a mutt, or an animal or a beast. Normal. It has something to do with the king and queen. So at a point in time, you had king and queen, but then in the scripture tell you they were calling us beasts and different things in the Bible. They became something else. I mean, you know, we talked about the void in another video, and it has to do with pure light. And what he started, he spoke out something beautiful, and he waited, and then he spoke out beautiful things. Then later on became something else. What they got to do with the beginning. So, meaning that you have another different type of parts that you have within your whole body, more than one or two. So you have a choice. You can be as a beast, or you can be a king or a queen. Meaning that you can be a mutt. Mutt is not a it's mixed breed with all kinds of things. So it's not the original. So it's a lot going on with these cards. Another one I have subconscious here. It says it's the adjective of concerning the part of the mind of which one is not fully aware, but which influence one's action and feelings, is or past or present, subconscious fear, familiar, looking, more, seeing, more than, and big or a big mountain, but it's a little mound, a molehill. That means like it's like a person, how they look is the vision of either in the dark, something in the shadow, and either in the shadow if the actions are. Sometimes I notice about people that are like, and people are like always so busy trying to light everybody and not light themselves. But sometimes another person is that in the subconscious, meaning the shadow, that means that that person is not used to being in the dark. You know, being that in the dark and you can see in the light, you're able to see the light in dark also. So it's like it's easy to be easy to give out light to other people. Are you dealing with your own shadow, with your own self? I mean, I'm strangled here because something wrong here. When I strangle somebody trying to either stop me or trying to don't want me to give out that information, I put some cinnamon in and some cloves when I do my tea. So either a person in his or a male, his male or a feminine woman, they are having issues how to deal in the light in their own shadows, right? And when that is in that predicament, that means a person is in fear of in the darkness, and how to adapt light and dark. And it says cut fear, and now this is the old past. That means something as the old, they say a long time ago, that's the old past. You have to let it go and become something new. You be in a beginning. So all the things that you went through from your past, from things from your young, in your neighborhood, back in the day. Back in the game, was it? I forgot the name. Back in the day, something. I remember way back then, something like that. I forgot the name. It's an old song. He's real short here. I forgot his name, but that's one of it. That's another clear audience, right? Back in the day, sometimes when you was going through, you was doing a lot of things, and you was younger, and some things you went through a lot, and sometimes it's still being linger, and you can't go forward because you ain't let it go, right? Okay. So those are my little cards that I wrote. And so I don't even know what this video gonna be until I seen it. I'm gonna lie. It seemed like I started with that twin flame stuff. I'm telling you, that stuff's strong. So either it's me or it's someone around that has the same attributes of a twin flame. Karmic, twin flame, partnership, or just friendship. All them titles, it just don't mean to me. It's just a big thing. It's just a person. Either they gonna get along with a person, they not gonna get along, or they decide to just be within their self. So I got some other cards here, and this here is just a dreaming card. I have one that says it says resilience. Someone is protecting you from the truth. Oh, because they are worried about your response. So I told you it's something going on in the pudding. It's something going on. Sometimes I'm gonna get to this. Let me finish this. It and it says it's not their decisions to make your tougher than you think. It says it's not their decision to make you're tougher than they think. So in the next one it says decision. First of all, let me see the resilience. You can see that? And the next one it says decision. And decisions is in the resilient card. And it says it's your decision. There you go again. That's 1, 2. It's your decision whether you'll keep this up or let go. But the continuum will not change the circumstance or the outcome. That's 2. That's intuition. Now that's 2 decision here. That 2 to me intuition, and it's a high priest too. And so hey. Somebody's a high priest. That means a person that teach divinely feminine or divine masculine. It's a choice, and you got to deal with it. You can't run them off. It has to. It was hiding, and it has to. If it's hiding, then it means it's gonna be out. Everything's coming out to the forward. It's gonna be out in the world because somebody was hiding in the first place. So you can't hold everything in hidden things all the time. It got to come out, and so much you hold, it's gonna bust. So I say this: when they don't know your business, they create shit. I'm gonna say that again. When they don't know your business, they create shit. That means a person, it got a little stink. That means if you eat food and you eat dead food, and that means everything you have to cook and become dead, and then it's gonna have a stink behind your behind, right? On the toilet. We all, when we think something, we create something, and it's more than what it is. It makes a stink until you go do your part. Sometimes we in this collective and everybody doing the same thing. We have so many people. They so busy trying to outdo you and to put more emphasis on more what it really is until a person come and ask the question. They rather assume. Assume get you in trouble. So I'm in my how I feel about it. I just want to do the beginning and start over, and to be peaceful, and to stay in my own lane. I don't like to sweep in front of my own house. I don't like being in other people's business. Some people wants to come into the front door. They want to be able to sweep in your own house and not even pay a bill in it. And sometimes you just already gifted to get anything you like. You just believe in what you believe, and it comes back to you. So I have 2 cards here, the Starseed here. And this one here, it has one card that says Star Brothers. And what it says here, it says it's the Horus energy. Protection, loyalty, and safety and trust. I think it was this video today or the video before, and it has to do with the twin flame thing. It has to do with the Horus, Isis, Ra, um, I think Osiris, and I believe it's the Anubus, uh, Anubus, or Anubus, Anubus, however you want to call it. But anyway, I have put that as a part of the wheel of fortune. It has on that is a person will call it Ezekiel wheel. It is the wheel that has all of a wheel. That means it has the eagle, it has the snake, it has the Taurus, the bull, the wing. Believe it's would that be some type of condor or a wing or eagle, right? And to me, it has to do with the sphinx or sphinx. That is part of the wheel, right? Sphinx, or sphinx, sphinx, or whatever you call it. I cannot even say it, but anyway, it's the wheel of fortune, and with that is it has to do with the horse and Osiris and the Isis, which is a twin flame. Okay, I think I went all over about that. That's your past of traditions of past, right? Since we're talking about old, but what goes in the old come back to the new. I would say past is behind you, right? And your present and your future is around. So you know it is a rotation of things. Your ancestors either them put you as a staff to teach or to go through the ancestry. I have recorded elders in here that's going to be in here telling about the person as your ancestry. That means your generations of traditions, right? Of your grandparents and your grands. They watching over you, and they pass to the younger, right? So, um, on that, I wrote some things on here, and it has to do with a star. A star has to do with Aquarius, right? I ain't gonna be here too long. Real quick. I don't need a whole hour. So what that is the 717, and the pages is it was a page of 106. 106 can be 17, right? Everything is all together. Everything is tapped together. So mean is the signs and secrecies and all together. So with that, it was an alarm. Had a little alarm said beep beep. It was 117. Excuse me. So what that is, it is 17. I have a 10 and a number 6, so 106. And what that is, that means that the numerology is fresh beginnings, has the leadership, self discovery, and I mean completed a cycle. It says that know that you are a master of your own destiny, even through the divine energy. It is also on your side. So that's the Aquarius. Okay, that's either I would say in January can be Aquarius. At the end of of January, a person has the could be a date of birth of 17, but this is has to do with the water barrier, right? The Aquarius and the energy, okay, has to do with astrology, right? So then I have a number 6 here, which 6 is a numerology. It is happiness. It's like your happiness or somebody else's happiness and harmony and stability. And with that is Venus is the planet of Gemini, which is the lovers, but also it's gentle and caring and loving and beautiful. Lovers has to do with the balance and perfection of truth, depending on equality, embodiment of heart, unconditional love, and ability to support, nurture, and heal. And it's a powerful force, you know. Being in that would be Gemini, would be in June the 21st, the beginning of summer. But what about brothers? Brothers can be like your homeboy, your grandfather, your father, your nephew, brothers and around. That mean could be somebody that in your community, at your job, or neighborhood. It could be anybody. It could be at your church if you decide you go to church or whatever. And whoever you commute, even going to the store, you know. But also, it's just giving you an open minded with to call, with your brothers. They may be, you got some people that really love you, even if you're divine masculine. And maybe he sent a signal to the divine feminine. It could be. So I put in here, it says to call your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and I say energy or in energy, and that want you to learn to a softer through life, ups and downs, and learn to open your heart to, especially when it must wants to be hardened. Meaning somebody, maybe it's your divine masculine feel like you too hard. Maybe he wants you to be a little softer. Maybe he wants you to open your heart and not to be so protecting and shielding yourself. Maybe that's the reason why the runner and the chaser. Maybe another person is not ready to deal with things because of a past. Maybe somebody had, and back in the day when they're in their teenagers or in that time when you was going through a lot, maybe a person went through so much that another person's just trying to protect themselves because they got hurt. And then, another person become hard and they're not soft, not opening, and not loving like they used to. And then it takes time for another person in order to heal, in order to open, to heal another person and to open their mind and to see more than what it is. It takes time. Everybody has their own time to get the understanding. As a person that teach, also I always say that if I'm teaching someone else and I have a point, I have three fingers coming back to me that let you know either I went through or already went through or I'm about to go through it. Does that make sense? Um, I try to be open minded. And sometimes you want to, but sometimes you be trying to have an open mind, but sometimes your other different type of parts in your body is still trying to block, you know, because they so used to going through something from another person, right? It's just, it takes time, you know. But when you start forgiving yourself, you start opening your heart, you know. Um, I have here it says, how can you open yourself into receiving more? Exactly what I was saying. And how can you forgiving yourself? I have here some tarots in here, but I didn't put tarot cards. I have some oracles here, but Starseed and some angels and ancestor oracle cards. But as far as the tarot, I know with just been doing it for so long. Gemini, what that is. Number 6 is the Gemini. Then I have a Libra in there, which okay, Gemini is the lovers. Number 6, number 10 is Libra and Scales. Also, it is the planet of Venus. Venus is Virgo, and that means that Gemini is in that planet, right? And Virgo, and that's the Virgin, and Aquarius, which is the star. And I think I've seen a Sagittarius there, which is the arrow, which will be coming in here because it's going to be something about the indigence, which will be native indigence, what that would call traditions. And I am Indian, so part of that. I have Blackfoot and other little things within me, Choctaw, different little things that we have these titles. But anyway, we already know. I'd say indigo, who we all from the star system. So the constellations, that's where we come from. So just being open minded. I did put Sagittarius there. That's the arrow. That's the arrow that shoots the heart, right? I have even Leo in there, number 8. The lion and lioness, Empress and the king here. So I have that as well. Then I have another card here. It says, you got the love. It's the Hadarian Energy. It's the codependency and boundaries. That's the reason why I figured when I pulled these two cards, I said, okay, we coming back again. We either what the I've already then manifested. Now this is coming to fruition about you got the love and the Star Brothers, and that's to do with the Isis and that would be Osiris, Horus, and the whole this is Egypt right here. So what that means has to do with the masculine, and it's her, and it's right here. I'm gonna show this one here. Let's see her. I mean, she got a lot of faces up in here, and there's a male in there too. So you got the love. So here is like this. Here we come back to these number two. Number two is intuition, high priest. High priest could be high priest as a man and a woman. They on their intuition, they on their game, they about their business, they out here speaking, they out here to helping the collective. I mean, this is what this is right here. This is some love going on here. Past lives coming back to fruition. People trying to forgive and heal from things from past sorts. To me, in my understanding, give me 1 minute. I can check on my bread. Excuse me, I had to get that bread out of here. So it's kind of cool outside, damp and rainy. I made some soup and some bread. So, continuation about the tarot. I didn't pull no tarot card today. Just give out the information the numbers that I already have seen. Now, with that, what I pulled in here, you got the love. Now, let's go ahead and look at. I want to say something on that. There's one. $128. 128 is 10 and 8, and 28 is 10. 8 has to do with Leo, and it's the king and queen. The lion and lion is empress, right? So, it says the Hadarian energy, codependence. When that codependence, when they come with the codependence, that means that either the masculine or feminine, somebody got a codependency. Either they basically needing another partner in order to make a whole, or to come together to make something beautiful. But when you codependent, that's on time. When you codependent, that means you depend on other people to do things where you can do it your own self. When it's yourself, that means you have to believe, have faith. Sometimes in this codependence with the masculine and the divine masculine and divine feminine, sometimes one will pull more of the energy than other energy. When you can bring the energy back in yourself, forgiving yourself, and build your own self. Then later on, maybe if it worked, because sometimes you just may want to just deal with your own self. Maybe you just want to heal with your own self, and maybe you don't want to go to the other next. It's you have a choice, you have a will, whatever you would like to do. But with codependency, I notice I've seen men want to codependent on another energy for a feminine, and a feminine can be using the energy of a masculine too. And if neither one, then you go from a partnership, and the twin could be married to somebody else because it be something else you don't know behind the scene. Today is going to expose all things. You know, can't hide it forever. It falls in that closet, baby. It grows right out. It don't stay in there forever. So sometimes I say when they don't know your business, they create shit, and shit stink. Because if they don't know what's behind your doors, they'll add to it. And if you add to something, that means you're gonna keep making more than what it is. Sometimes you just have to expose all things. That's why it's gonna come out. Can't always be out here hiding forever. So what everybody thought, and they end up with thought has to do with the human, right? Human is a lower standard anyway. But in astrology and different type of esoteric or different type of knowledge, which that my understanding, I read a lot, but my understanding that human has to do with thought, and thought is a lower standard in the first place. Sometimes in the star system constellations that we don't use a lot of information, so it's a lot of information that we need to open-minded of things, of stars, constellations, of things we don't. From my understanding, when you sleep, you really living. It's the opposite of what people say, but go do your part. Now, codependency. Depending on other people for their energy, right? And then boundaries. That's why we're supposed to build. Sometimes, I think I talked to that earlier, and we talked about how another person is protection, and how you can be. I'm gonna say it in a while ago. I just seen that one. We just did that. How you are. It says right here when your heart, when you open your heart, and especially you want to be hard too. So you have you're trying to shield your energy, because um the other person, they want the codependence of your energy on either one, masculine or feminine, right? It could be anybody, when they see your light, you know. And when you're light, and being that a person I was talking about is just Summer and Gemini. Gemini is the light, it's to be shine out here, not to be hiding, Summer, and what Summer is, and everything gonna be connected. Everything I say is gonna be all connect. So whatever happened this summer, something happened in the summer in your past, or with your relationship, or with your other partner. So something went down in summer. So that's my understanding. So either that summer, whatever happened between you and that male and that female, either y'all some rocky, y'all wasn't getting along or whatever, or something happened, or somebody came interfere in the position of the partnership. One of the two. So being boundary and shield, you can protect yourself. You got stones, you got all things, you got incense, different things to shield yourself. However you feel like, charcoal, whatever you want to do. You can do all kinds of things, try to protect yourself if you feel like you need to protect. I always say you always somebody over your head, so they already know what's going on. So, do this whatever you would like. So, With that is, I'm gonna read something that says the Hadarians are believed to be the beacons of pure. I mean, I talked about that in another video about the pure light, how it is the void. That's the beginning, how it started everything, right? And it says the beacons of pure divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people in situation. I'm like that. I see more than other people, and no, I'm not saying that I don't get pop off. I'll be acting out sometimes. You know, I don't try not to, but if a person get me like that, it's a reason. I try to find another way. But sometimes people, they'll take that love and unconditional love and they'll use that for them. You gotta be careful with that. But if you can't get along with people, leave them alone. As a result, they can find, is like I said, it says unconditional love, who see love in all people and situation. As a result, they can find it hard to have a boundary, independent or healthy or relationship, because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. I'm like that. I ain't gonna lie. Ha, you know, when you mean Hadarians, Hadarian, Ha means breath, right? These people that are breathe. Breathe has to do with their Aquarius. Also is in air, depending of your chart. And what that is the air, you know. And you got fire, air, water. People that talk, you know. Communication is what I'm saying. So, when you are talkative communication and you're always speaking to every person that you're placing thing, what do you like to talk a lot? Some people don't like talk. Some people can't stop talking. You know, just be honest. With the lovers, and get back to six again. Everything is connect now. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. That mean quick. They fall in love right there. You're like, dang, that's it. That's it. You're like, no, it ain't. It is. It is. You're like, man, you better slow your brakes, baby. You'll know. Too fast. That's too quick. Um, I'm laughing because I'm talking about myself and other people. Ooh, funny. Life is something else, right? They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body. Separate body. That's what I'm saying about the masculine, divine masculine and divine feminine. Twin flame. You know what I'm saying? It is separate. So the reason why, because something happened in a past life or a past before, that means it didn't work. It went too quick. He started something like raised up like fell right back down. Anyway, it's fun, you know. To learn to love self first and establish healthy relationships with others, and to remember that love they seek is already within them. That's why I say everything we do, we already know. That they truly do have to love all of their own. That means all these bodies in one whole, chakras and all of that. Brain, everything, third eye, all of that. Everything. You have to learn yourself and be a better person and to be out here to teach and give to other people. You got to love yourself. The message of this, it tells you the message in here. It's about establishing healthy, la 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 la. This is establish healthy and healthier boundaries. You know, meaning codependent of relationships means a sense of self. Like I said, exactly. You got to do yourself, love yourself. And with the star seeds, it is a dive deep into the relationship. When I say deep divers, Scorpio, watery, deep, Cancer, Pisces. Woo! And you got little Aquarius in there too now. You're talking about deep. And when you go that deep, emotional, you have to have some type of balance of two. Ground yourself with some earth. Get in that dirt. When they say turn the dirt over, you got to get in here and get some balance. Too emotional. Me constantly, like constantly. And that's like a person is like spinning. All they do is thinking about another person. Constantly immature. There it is. Immature. Boom. That's either somebody is a masculine, it's not maturity, or feminine. They ain't maturity. That means you take some time to get your healing and get yourself together. Can't go into something else that you ain't ready. Okay, it says right here, perhaps you're in a relationship which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there are certain volatility and volatility too, and you're always unsure where you stand. That means a person that either you're more giving, more receiving than another person giving you something. It's easily to give to somebody else, but you don't want to take somebody trying to give you something. So it's exactly what that is. It says acknowledge that a relationship in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe or to relax, and just be you. And it says two S's is there are any places of iniquity that you use to relationship to soothe and cover it up. It said, do you lose yourself in relationship? If so, how? And it says, how can you develop a deeper love for yourself? So then they tell you, when you meet a person in a relationship, did you lose yourself and you give everything to them and you don't do nothing with yourself? I think it's a movie called Baby Boy, and I believe it was in here, and I believe the baby boy and the girlfriend forgot, but that's Taraji. But anyway, she was in there talking to, what's her name, that I forgot what the name, her name, but anyway, go on the baby boy, and he's like, if you give everything to him, you ain't got nothing left. So you meet somebody, a masculine or feminine, and you give everything to the other person, but you don't do nothing for yourself, and then you don't know what to do. It's like it's a baby. You give all your information and all that you done pulled all your energy for yourself, and you done gave your energy to the other masculine, and you ain't got nothing left, and you become as a baby. You don't know what to do. Instead of slow and take easy with another person. So exactly, and then you have to go. What you gonna do? No, at that time you supposed to be building yourself and give little bits of pieces to another person, not to give it all. And that's why we fall. That's why you climb up and then you fall down, because you done gave all your gas to everything and you ain't got nothing left. And you want to go up and go back down. Woo! Exactly. Everything in order. So the elder, and it says here, the elder is the healing through the lineage. Is the line age. That means that the elder passed down to the younger, and the younger has been a staff that then came to do something in this life. That means that a person that is, I'm gonna give you some of here. It's like, here. It is traditions. It means somebody is the healer or the healing of the family. And what they do is they start cleaning the traditions of things that's been sold from past life. And then a person is a staff, a person teacher is able to bring in the balance of a earth. Meaning a person that is being that is to balance everything. Balance has to do with Libra in the scales. I mean the lady with the scales. And with the earth and the air, and been taught to teach in order to how to let things go, forgive yourself, and to be able to heal themselves in order to bring in traditions in their generations of their family that's come from a staff been given you to go through the trials and tribulations in this life, right? And also, Earth is a person, is a hunt, is a warrior, and it's protection in the living of the embodiment of the traditional ancestry of this world. That's what an elder is. Um, so, given that again, he's got that staff. That's the Indian traditions of Native. Then I have here, I have a drum here, oracle card, and what that is, it is a have to do with the heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Traditions of Native. That's all we did was the heartbeat. The heartbeat was the base, and with that, back in the day, the '90s got the munchies for the bass. I love you, I love you, I love you, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's some clear audience for you back there, and it's the woman in there with the man in there, boom, 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 boom. But that is the heartbeat. So, um, I'm from Texas. So Texas, we always talk about the big Texas, and it's the heartbeat. Heartbeat is in Texas, right? Um, but also it's a dream and a journey. A person that is, and dream has to do with your subconscious, right? And your journey, and what your subconscious is what, if you're dreaming, that is abundance. That means whatever you put in your dream state brings into this of a human in this earth, in this world. So that means if you're doing your dream, then you getting abundance and everything, because that's real living, right? In subconscious. And the human in the world, the living is really the opposite, is in another sleep state. But go do your work, okay? It's different. It's like the opposite, but you know. Anyway, so what that is has to do with the shamanic, what is Indian shamanic traditions that carries in the wheel. Also, is the wheel of the fortune. If you look at this, the wheel here has the moon, the sun, it has the stars, and so it tells you how it's like the morning and evening, right? And you have all these wheels here on here. It has like nodes, astrology, and constellations in here too. Also, it's a dream catcher too. You know. So what that is, it's a natural journey of your journey. Everybody have their own journey, and meaning it's gonna come back to fruition where you need to be. You know. I have another one here. It says the broken arrow, and that is in okay. It's embrace the energy of peace, because we teach. I teach peach as peach. I watched the I watched a song earlier. I think what was about peaches. Oh, it's LTD. And it has to do with them peaches, Lord. I like music, right? So go look at LTD back in the day. Anyway, embrace the energy of peace. I don't know. I guess it got something to do with them peaches, ATL. I don't know. I'm just having fun. So, when you embrace the energy of peace, that means that you stay peace, and you don't want somebody to get you off balance, regardless of how they feel. Like I say, what they don't know, your business. They create shit. So who cares? Do your business. And let people gonna be who they want to. If they want to listen to your video, let them listen to that video. If they can listen all they want. They may not like it, but they may be watching you, trying to understand who you are and why are you here. Then I say, go ask the Most High. Go out to the high of the constellation. Get up there and ask them why I'm here. I'm here because I was told to be here. Amen. Namaste. All of that. That's what I say. We can get along. We try to keep peace. Peace is everything. You may have all the money in the world, but you ain't got nothing unless you got peace. And I do know. If you got peace and love, you got everything you need in your own life, in your house, wherever you at. May not be like what everybody have, but you got peace. Because people got all that money and ain't got no peace. So you got to choose this day. I choose peace and love right there. So I have another one here. It says summer. Didn't I say summer? June 21st is summer. You see that honeybee? Baby, she's a queen. Mm-hmm. Bask in joy and light. Like I say, light. Let it be light. Peace and love, unconditional love. That's who I am, and I know I'm spoke to the collective, and we're striving for the light. Even though we're in the dark, we try to keep that light. And in the dark doesn't mean it's bad. It's just the dark is supposed to there to let you know where you can see. You know you too light. Them you so light you can't see now. But when you have light in the dark, that means in a little shade you can still see that your whole surrounding. Okay. So with that summer, did I hear anything about the summer? Oh, I did. I think I put June, Gemini, Lovers, Twins, Venus planet, Mercury, communication. Also, it's the beginning of Cancer too, right? And also, it's the Sun, children. Rise up, and I put rise up your wings and shine. It's the golden age. Bring the projecting and plans into light and manifesting, and your flowers of bloom. Be as a queendom and a divine feminine. Twin flame, however you want to. And whole bed of flowers and right before my June. And and your flowers come back another year and they become bigger. I got one card here. It's the direction of guardian, and that is the same as the wheel of fortune. All right, it is direction of guardian. Choose your path. You have a lion, the bull, the eagle. It's the wheel, and it's the eagle, and that is an angel or person is divine. It could be Osiris. It could be Horus. It could be Anubus. It could be any male. And then I started with the star brothers. It could be your guardians watching over you. All right. So I'm going to read that and I'm going to leave it there. That's number 9. That's 999. 999 is 18. 18 come back as 1 and 8. Could be 8 or it could be 9 again. 9 times 2 is 18 again. So I say Leo and the lioness. Yes. It could be Venus too. And Virgo and Virgin. September the 1st or August the 1st. So we talking about Leo in September and Leo in Virgos. It says here, choose your path. Connect with your deepest desires, and then choose the path that will make your heart and soul sing. Okay, and that means have some clairs here, some clairaudience. And the direction of garden card represent angels and direction. These amazing angels are ones who come to us when we are at the crossroads and don't know which way to go. Like I say, Avatar, they don't know what to do. And when we are unsure of what is right for us or of the bigger picture, they can help us know what is the best for all involved. The direction of guardian cards refers to the vision of the Hebrew prophet Ezekiel. Like I say, Ezekiel will, who is said to have seen the angel with the different fears, excuse me, 4 different faces. One was a child, it's a cherub, and one was the bull, and one was the lion, and one was the eagle. These 4 faces shown in the angels can appear in many guises or guide us in many different directions, but always for our highest good. It's the path of a stone. It's the path and set in stone. So that means either a person teaching to the collective. That means the elder has already then gave you a staff and gave you the opportunity to teach and to give to other people an unconditional love. And where we are in the beginning, and at a point in time we went through a whole cycle, become a begin again. That means that there's a cycle, that things that you have to go through the cycles and manifest of whatever you would like to be. And if you decide that you want to be with your twin flame, your partnership, or your karmic, if you decide whoever you want to deal with, I always say love yourself better and do what you need to do with yourself to lift yourself up. And when you're dealing with other people and communication with other family, friends, and co-workers, or anybody that you're communicate, just have an understanding that you are the person that starts it. You don't have to put all your energy in one basket, meaning you have a choice and you can balance your own self regardless of having another person. Just be open-minded and you know when to protect yourself. It says right here, about guides and expectations for you. It's about yourself. This is your freedom. And it says here that you have different directions. Sometimes you make the wrong place or you take the wrong direction, but you always can get back on the journey. You know, you still, at the end, it's going to be at the same place. I have a movie on Netflix about that too. See anything else? I think I done said most of them. About your choice. Just choose your heart. You know. And then I had 2 cards. Like I said, 2 cards here on my little twin flame. Wrote some things on here. First one here is, this one here has to do with the connection of a deep connection right here, if you see that. And it says, I know you are my counterpart. I want to be able to come to you with my whole self. This is why I am in silent. I am working on it and on me. This causes me pain too. So that's the divine counter connection of your deep connection of that twin flame that I was telling with another video. In silent. Okay. And this one here is from the masculine. And it says, I still want you. I'm fighting my feelings. I still want you. I'm fighting my feelings. Like I say, if you decide that you want to go through all of this, not saying it ain't good or bad, I'm saying that's what you decide. I say take care of yourself first. Another person, it takes time for another person to get along with another person. I hate to say that, but it's not the hate. It is a positive. It's no hate. It's not the negative. If you look into faith and believing, everything will come to you. Also, the card that I had is You Got the Love. I got the clairaudience here. That's with Shaka Khan and Rufus, right? You go on there on YouTube, and it says right here, her first, when she started, I'm just going to paragraph or a chorus. She says, love me right. What's the matter? Hold me tight. What it says right here? It says, why must wait a minute. Why? Okay, why must? Okay, let's go having a question. Let me start this again, as I should have put it another way. It says, "Love me right. What's the matter? Hold me tight. And why must I that tell you what I do? Smile, smiling comes through, not of a surprise, smiling, hiding why I see in your eyes. Start the old, so deep than the eyes can see." So, what is that? It's mean the person saying, "Love me right. What's the matter holding me tight? And why? I gotta tell you what I do. I'm smiling and smiling. Comes through. Not of a surprise, because I'm smiling anyway. I'm hiding what I see in your eyes. Started old. That means some past life there. So deep than the eyes can see. Shaka Khan and Rufus. I'm leaving there. They're gonna tell you something. Them other songs are deep. These are poems, like Psalm David and Psalm Solomon. These here is cast. What it is, I say cast. When you cast something, it is it's a sacred. And a sacred is a person to throw the cast. Either gonna be a male or a female, because that's what a sacred is. It's a person throwing out. It's like the pole in the line, POF, plenty of fish. Somebody throwing that line. Want you to get hooked on there. We both, female and male, do the same thing. Life is something. I always say, peace and blessing. Everything you do, make it big. Always have an open mind. And forgive yourself and forgive other people. And so you can always start anew. Anything makes something. I had something happen today, and I ain't gonna tell my business because that's my business. But I still was able to do something. I have a choice. So do you. Peace and love. Have a wonderful day.